I am with two Golden Demons aficionados, Ben Comet and Max Cexwish. What makes the Golden Demon so special for you?
Yeah, I think for me the Golden Demon is very special because I've been doing it for such a long time, and I think the good thing about a contest like that is always people try to give their very best to a very certain moment. So a miniature could be an endless project. You know, you could be painting it for 500 hours, and the Golden Demon forces you to finish it on one day, which I think is a good thing because you really finish the project, and it helps a lot of people. Should I hold it myself? It helps a lot of people to actually have a deadline to finish it. So I think this leads to really special projects, and it also leads to a very creative setup where people try to do something very special, and I think this makes the magic of a moment like this as well. Yeah.
That's cool. On Matt, would you like to say something?
Yeah, of course. So, I can hear myself. That's always good. So for me, I think the Golden Demon is always like a challenge and discipline for yourself. As Ben said, there is this one day that you have to be finished, and there's no kind of excuse. And I think that everyone who managed actually to finish something and not said, oh, I could not finish it, like myself, actually already has achieved something. So it's also good to see it return after so many years where it was not there. Back in the day we were here every August was the German Games Day for sure, and the other Games Days. And I just hope that with this nested idea, that it's nested now in other larger events, that we will be able to see more of them actually coming back and making a return. So really great to be back. Really great to see also that the showcases are rather full, and exciting to create some new stuff.
Cool, thank you. And my last question, I have two. How do you deal with the pressure you put on yourself? Put you some pressure on yourself?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I have some pressure, but it's more pressure against myself. Because in the end, I also noticed it this year. I painted the Creek model again, and I already entered in 2007 and 2000. In 2007 and 2009, I already entered Creek models. And it's interesting that the model stays the same, but you change. So it's a battle against yourself. And the pressure is not so much there because in the end, it's just a self-reflection. You see, in the end, it's a self-reflection where you see, okay, I was able to achieve this, now I'm able to achieve this. And it doesn't really matter if you win or not. There are, in the end, it's 12 categories, maybe. There are 3 medals in each of the categories. There are hundreds of people who would do something fantastic. Just because you don't win doesn't mean you didn't do a fantastic job. So the most important thing is that you are happy with what you did. And this is the only thing that actually counts. So for me, there's no pressure. I also didn't really check the showcases. I also got a bit cooler over the years. In the beginning, I was also oh God, what's happening? But now it's really you should be more relaxed about the outcome of the contest, because in the end, really medals are just very, very vague signposts of where you're developing. And in the end, it all doesn't really matter. You should be happy with your creation, and you should be also encouraged to do something outstanding. And if you always think you have to be excellent in every little detail, you hinder yourself to try out new things. And if we don't see new things, our world would die. So we need that. And this is why we need contests also, because it really encourages you to do new things. And it's the same with Matt. Over the years, we have just created really crazy, outstanding things because we wanted to impress people and show, hey, you could also do that. You will not paint it like Albert's orc. You will not paint a crazy project like Albert's because, you couldn't do a diorama like that. You would die with a long beard alone, shoot yourself. So you have to fight and pick your own battles. And I love the orc. I could never do it. And some of these things, I love the variety of things that we see. We all have our own and other things that we wish we see in figures. So I love that. It's like you can have like super grim dark. You can have the cleanest paint job in the world. It's what you like to see in it, and this is what makes this thing so special. Okay.
Yes, and I also think that when you compete for a Golden Demon, you have like one big problem, which is like the biggest enemy that you can possibly have. It's yourself. So it's a little bit like a struggle with yourself. I would not necessarily say fight, because I always thought, you have to figure it out with yourself and also spend most time with yourself. So it's a little bit like a psychological battle that you can win in a way that you set yourself goals. Don't be too hard on yourself. And what I really like this year is I've met a lot of people who handed in something for the first time. Never met the guys, and then I never met the guys, and they fresh blood, so to say. It's really, really good to see here in this event. They are experiencing these things as a battle. A lot of them won, so to say, because they presented something. Of course, there's room for improvement, but this is a good thing, because when they come back next year, they can show what they have achieved in the meantime. And I'm excited. I'm really happy that this happens like this, that we are back, so to say, and that people, all of the old people are there, new people are there. It's just as it should be. So I'm very super happy with this event, and we see what the future will bring.
Cool. And the last question is, what do you think about the event? You have had a great time?
Yes, personally I love the event. I'm not a big fan of long queues and big crowds. Then it's not really like, this is not really. I hate crowded places. I really don't like these like super crowded places or very long queues. But I think it has a huge advantage that we mix with other people. That it's not only figure people. It's you have families, you have board games, you have kids, you have new people that discover figures. And otherwise, we're only boiled our own soup and sweat if we only meet with figure people. So it's so good that the kids can see what we're doing. They can see figure art as an art form, and not as a game. And I think like if you only have a game stay with where the Golden Demon is, there will only be figure people that see figures, and it's not new for them. And we need new people in our world. And I like the event. I don't like the showcases. I really don't like the showcases because the light is bad. If you don't see the figures, how could you judge the figures? Like personally, when you look at them, the light needs to be, like, I think needs to be addressed. The light is not good. And we all want to see the figures in their real glory. Because the problem with figures is we see them all online. We see them on pictures, and pictures don't tell the reality. And an event like that should be the best opportunity to really check the figures in real life. And if you can't do that, that's the biggest disadvantage. But I love the show. I think the atmosphere is great. There are people that I met 20 years ago, and there are people that I met for the first time. People that came all the way from Thailand, France, Spain. It's amazing to have all of those people coming to Germany, Brazil. Yeah, it's really crazy. It's like a very international community. And it's so great to see actually that it is very, very alive. We all fear that, there are no new painters, nobody is, really into the thing anymore. But it's absolutely not true. 200,000 people on the fair. It speaks, I think, for itself. The Golden Demon is also strong, and I just hope it returns. no, I hope it returns to like full glory again, also here, and comes back also to Germany next year.
I think that Ben has said everything, but one additional thing to add is that whenever there's a new venue, it's like also a chance for you to discover the city where it is located. So, not many. I've also never been to Essen, to Spiel Essen, and I know that it exists. And now I have a good excuse to also visit the city. Yesterday we walked around, saw the Festival of Light, ate some good food, and this is also like, it's not the goal that you might set yourself, which you might never reach. It's the journey that you should enjoy while you're on it. And people forget about this, but we have a journey now that spans like 20 years. And I'm looking forward for the next 20 years also. And also for every person who is interested in painting miniatures, getting good at this, to also, come on the journey and do their thing and carve their way into history, which sounds like super pathetic. but because we are still like painting toy soldiers at the end. But it is about the story. It's about the journey that you have on the way there.
The little stories. Yeah, it's about the little stories, the big stories, the anecdotes, the friendships that we make. And I think it's crazy to see how open our community is, how friendly, and how much you can actually like. You know, we've been from St. Petersburg to Rome to like all over the world just because of figures. And there's not one painter that I know who wouldn't openly help you to find your way around the city, to like find the best restaurants, find the best model shops, stay at their place. You know, there's like we are such a beautiful community.
It's like a hippie commune, but with miniatures.
Yeah, and with pants on. Yes.
Pants are optional. So no pants, guys.
Yeah.
No pants, absolutely no pants. Pants are optional.
Thank you very much, guys. It's really appreciate, and thank you very much.